So I've made a lot of videos on what to get for reversing type 2 diabetes, but I also want to talk about what not to get so that you know what to avoid. So let's talk about this first. If you look at this package, it has 8 grams of fat per serving, and it's made of enriched wheat flour. Enriched wheat flour sounds really healthy, but it's basically white flour and they added back the vitamins and minerals into it without the fiber. So I would not recommend any of these fast, quick meals that are made with white flour. Would also not recommend of any of these goldfishes. I can already tell they're going to be higher in glycemic index. And if you read the ingredients, it's made of potatoes, enriched flour, which both are pretty high in glycemic index, and it barely has any fiber. It has 1 gram of fiber, so would not recommend you to get this one. This snack also looks pretty healthy, but it's also made with white flour as well, so I would also not recommend this. Any creamy sauce I would also try to avoid. Just 2 tablespoons of this has 17 grams of fat, which is pretty high in fat. I would also not recommend any unsweetened coconut milk or just coconut milk in general, because this is going to be higher in saturated fat too. If you look at this, the total grams of fat is 13 and the saturated fat is 11 grams. So most of it is saturated fat. So I would not recommend this. And a high saturated fat diet is one of the biggest contributors to insulin resistance. So I would definitely not recommend doing a lot of coconut oils or coconut milk. I mentioned this in another video, but also I will recommend not getting any creamy sauces. Instead, you can get marinars because marinars are going to be lower in saturated fat. And if you want to learn more on how you can reverse type 2 diabetes and reverse insulin resistance, go check out my free reversing diabetes training. Link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys there.